What is going on with Reda, and did Ubisoft just delay the Sauron pack? Really a lot of questions after the weekly reset today, and I also want to remind you of many cool items that will be gone really soon and likely not come back for a really long time, if ever. Oh, and you can buy that really awesome Einarjar helm for Opal right now, it's really cool. So a lot to go over, a like on the video would of course really help me out. And let's go. Congrats to Robert for winning my recent Helix credit pack giveaway, and also the winner from last week did not respond. So I repicked the winner, and I'm not gonna try and pronounce this name, but totally check your email. And I'm already starting weekly giveaway number 6 for 2,300 Helix credits, and you can enter of course via the link in the pinned comment, and then if you win you can get one of the armor sets without paying. The giveaway is for subscribers of the channel only, and good luck. And yes, I totally thought that Sauron pack would be out today, but seems like Ubisoft decided to break their release schedule. Ever since launch we had a new item pack every other week, and it's something new to buy in the Helix store almost every week. So now they're breaking that trend a little bit, and like I said in a previous video, I think it's good if Ubisoft would first focus on some issues, get some new free content to the game that isn't completely broken before asking more money. So I don't mind it at all that this pack is not out today. I actually think it's a good thing. And there's more weird stuff going on, because Reda is not selling 3 but 2 items in the weekly selection. Reda is of course the vendor that opens up in your settlement after one story arc in England, and it's a way for us to get the Helix items by just playing the game. I know many of you already know this, but for newcomers, I want to explain things a little bit. Either way, if I look back, a common thing that I saw was that the third slot was usually a tattoo. At least that was the case in the whole month of December, or at least the last 3 resets that we got. On December 1st, we had a Valkyrie settlement item as the third slot. The week before that, a settlement item as well. And then the first week after launch, we got a shield as the third slot. So yes, the previous weeks, it was all a tattoo. So maybe Ubisoft removed the tattoos from Reda's shop. That would totally increase the chance of actually getting cool gear and weapons and mounts, which would be great. And then maybe in exchange we lose 1 slot in the weekly selection. I'm just speculating here, of course. It could also be that Reda is just bugged right now, and that's why he's selling 2 items. I really hope we get an explanation. The timing is of course interesting after my video kind of criticizing the whole system. Not saying that that is of course why they changed it, but it's still weird that right now, the first weekly reset after that, we see some weird things happen. But yeah, so far we have no confirmation that this is actually intended. The weekly reset is still great though, because it includes the awesome helmet from the Einarjar set, like really the coolest part of the armor set in my opinion, covering your whole face. It's very badass, not really over the top. And the armor set in general, as we discussed before, is really good too. And only after wearing 2 pieces, you already increase your attack after each kill. And after each kill, you have 50 seconds to get the next kill, to then in the end get 30 extra attack if you do 3 kills. And what is also nice, that the timer, so the 50 seconds, will reset after each kill. So as long as you kill enemies, you'll have an ongoing 30 attack buff. So if you are able to get the helm right now, then you will only need 1 more piece from this armor set for this full effect. And that item will totally appear at Reda at some point. I will of course keep you up to date here on the channel. So if you keep doing the contracts that Reda offers each day, then you will likely have the opal when it comes around. The settlement item in the weekly selection is not that exciting, and of course not really worth your opal in general. Still, for a settlement item, I don't think it's that bad. I do like having big statues here and there. The daily item that you can get for only 24 hours is better though. It namely increases back damage when dodging, and hitting enemies in the back is always more powerful if I'm not mistaken. So with this dagger you really want to play around that. And one fun way to create these openings is by using the Assassin's cantrip skill that you of course find over here in the skill line. If you then after a parry hit the button that is noted in the skill page, you will stun the enemies and can then very easily get behind them, do a dodge, and then the increased damage. So then you will sometimes take out enemies instantly, or with the brush with death skill, so the slow motion on a perfect dodge, you can really get behind enemies too. Like, if it's a crit, then you will almost always instantly kill them and do an awesome back finisher. The dagger looks pretty nice too, with some carvings on it. Like, I totally get if you're low on opal because of all the items that appeared recently. I would get the helmet over the dagger, but I still think it's a nice dagger to get if you have enough opal. And while you can save up for the Einarjar helm because you got like a full week to collect some opal, the dagger will be gone in one day, and there are more items that will be leaving Valhalla soon. For one, the Yule Festival settlement items and the face paint. Like, at least get the face paint if you don't have it yet, because it's my favorite in the game for sure. There is of course a whole armor set that fits well with the face paint and is okay, like we discussed before, how it kind of sucks that the perk, so the extra attack and stun, only triggers after doing an actual stun finisher animation. But then when that animation is over, there's not much left of the 10 seconds from this buff. The dagger is the highlight in terms of stats though, giving you 30 extra crit chance for 8 seconds after a kill, so when multiple enemies are surrounding you, you can have this buff active for quite some time. It's pretty good. The shield gives speed after blocking. Not really that good. Still though, I would get these items, like, otherwise you would likely have to wait a whole year before they will be available again. Like, I got this message when I started playing today saying that there are only 48 hours left, and that's of course true because Ubisoft already said that the Yule Festival would last until January 7th. Some people got this message already on December 19th though, so almost immediately after the event went live, and then you were just not able to do it ever since. Let alone the amount of bugs, of course, when the activity does work for you. I had one today again during my stream. I asked Ubisoft already if they would maybe extend it because of these issues. I think that would be the right thing to do. When we know more about that, I will of course let you know here. Otherwise, you have very little time to get all these items. And I will link to my Yule video telling you how to easily get everything at the end of this one. So you can still get it. Another thing that will expire really soon, namely on January 13th, is that Twitch Prime pack. And it's awesome if you don't have it yet. Like, you get a pigeon as a bird skin, there's a really cool armor set that looks even better with the hood, and it's just a great all-around armor set to wear, giving you bonuses without really doing anything, because when above the 50% health, you have a 15% chance to trigger 10 extra attack. So simply hit enemies and stay above the 50% to have this effect trigger at some point. And when below the 50% health, you get extra armor after getting hit. Only on higher difficulties, getting hit when already low health usually means that you already die. And sometimes the perk doesn't seem to trigger, and it's also hard to notice the cooldown. So I hope that they fix that. Still worth getting, of course, and I know some people got the game like later because I already told you about this pack, so I still wanted to give you the reminder. I left a link to the Twitch Prime page in the video description. You just have to link your Ubisoft account with your Amazon and Twitch account. It's pretty easy, and then the things will show up in your game really soon. Otherwise, reload your game and then it will appear. I got very cool Valhalla content coming your way, and I'm curious if Ubisoft will extend the Yule Festival and what is going on with Reda. When we know more, I'll of course let you know, so totally subscribe if you haven't already. A like on the video would really help me out. Check out my Yule Festival video on how to get everything in like less than 2 hours by clicking on the screen, and for now, I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!